Is the screen visible?
Screen is visible.
Okay. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, I will start. So, hello everyone, and welcome back to state level lecture revision of our lesson Life Processes in Living Organisms Part 2. So, in our previous lecture, we have learned about how four worlds were there, how sexual reproduction in plants was there, and that how plants have four worlds and which worlds are accessory and which are essential. Then accessory worlds are calyx and corolla, and essential worlds are androecium and gynoecium. And yesterday we have also seen how pollination occurs with abiotic and biotic agents, and how the pollen grains travel from stigma to style and to the ovary and unite with the male gametes in the embryo sac. Okay, so and how fertilization takes place as two male gametes are present. This fertilization we called as double fertilization. So these points we have discussed yesterday. So then also we saw how self-pollination and cross-pollination, what is mean by self-pollination, and two different, if which takes place between two flowers of same plant, and cross pollination means two different plants and two different flowers of same species or different species. So after that we saw the activity by taking a bowl and putting some garden soil in it and sprinkling some seeds of pulses and sprinkling water on that seeds. So we observed the seeds for a week, and in that observation, we have seen that how plumule and radicle came out from the seeds, and plumule becomes the future root and radicle becomes the future shoot. So after discussing all these previous points of yesterday's lecture, now we will move to our next topic of revision, that is female reproductive system. Yesterday we have also discussed about male reproductive system. Today we are going to discuss about female reproductive system. So after this means, see here, this is the structure of female reproductive system. So all organs of female reproductive system are in abdominal cavity. So it contains a pair of ovaries, one on right side and one on left side, and a pair of oviduct on either side, single uterus and vagina, besides a pair of bulbourethral gland that is also present. So generally, every month an ovum is released in abdominal cavity alternately from each ovary. Okay, so here you can see free end of oviduct is funnel-like. An opening is present at the center of it, and oocyte enters the oviduct through that opening. Cilia are present on inner surface of oviduct. So these are the cilia which are present in the oviduct. So these cilia or hair-like structures push the oocyte towards uterus. In our previous lecture, we have seen that sexual reproduction has two main processes, that is gamete formation and fertilization. So both gametes, that is sperm or ovum, are formed by meiosis. Sperms are produced in testes of men from the beginning of maturation, puberty till the death. Okay. So, however, in case of women at the time of birth, there are 2 to 4 million immature oocytes in the ovary of female fetus. And oocyte matures and is released from ovary every month from the beginning of maturity up to the age of menopause, which is approximately 45 years of age. Now, what is menopause? Now, menopause means it is the stoppage of functioning of female reproductive system at the age of about 45 to 50 years. Secretion of hormones controlling the functions of female reproductive system either stops or becomes irregular. So this causes the menopause. So from the age of puberty up to the menopause means from 10 to 17 years to the age of 45 to 50 years, and ovum is released every month from the ovary. That is, out of 2 to 4 million ova, approximately only 400 oocytes are released up to the age of menopause. Remaining oocytes undergo degeneration. Okay, so oocytes released from ovaries during last few months means nearing the age of menopause are 40 to 50 years old. So their ability of division has been diminished till now. So due to this, they cannot complete meiotic division properly. So if such oocytes are fertilized, the newborn produced from them may be with some abnormalities like Down syndrome. So Down syndrome is a condition in which an individual inherits all or part of an extra copy of chromosome 21. It includes mental retardation, distinctive special characteristics, and increased risk for heart defects and digestive problems, which can range from mild to severe. So the mental ability of an adult is equivalent to 8 to 9 years old child. The parents of the affected individual are usually genetically normal. So formation of zygote by union of sperm and ovum is called as fertilization. And fertilization is internal in humans, and sperm in the numbers of few millions start their journey with the root, by the root of vagina, uterus, oviduct. One of those few million sperms fertilize the only ovum present in the oviduct. Okay, so the chromosome number in germ cells producing the gametes are diploid, that is 2n numbers. So it includes 22 pairs of autosomes and 1 pair of sex chromosomes, that is 44 plus XX or 44 plus XY chromosome. So these germ cells divide by meiosis. Due to this, gametes contain only haploid, means a number of chromosomes. So you can see in this figure how there are 22 pairs of autosomes and 1 pair of sex chromosome is present in this figure. You can see now 22 plus X or 22 plus Y, these two types of sperms are produced as 22 plus X or 22 plus Y, whereas oocytes are produced of only one type, that is 22 plus X. So both of them they are produced by meiosis. In case of sperms, process of meiotic division is completed before the sperms leave male reproductive tract. So however, in case of oocytes, process of meiotic division completes after ovulation during fertilization in oviduct. Okay, so here here you can see 22 plus X chromosomes and 22 plus Y chromosomes. They are haploid of male gamete, and 22 plus X they are produced by female gamete, that they are also haploid in number, means they are half in number. So here after now after fertilization, how the development and birth takes place, let's see. The zygote formed after fertilization in the oviduct undergoes repeated mitotic division and embryo is formed. So meanwhile, it is pushed through uterus. Once it reaches the uterus, it is implanted and further development occurs after implantation. So an organ called as placenta is formed for supply of food material during the growth in uterus. So embryonic development is completed approximately within 9 months after the fertilization. So the man is totally responsible whether the couple will have a boy or a girl child. So during zygote formation, man contributes either X or Y chromosome to the next generation, but females transfer only X chromosome. So the next generation, at the time of fertilization, if X chromosome comes with a male child, means if XX chromosomes they come from the male gamete, so the child will be a girl, and if XY chromosomes they unite, then the child will be a boy. So for this, it is not right to consider mother responsible for a girl child. Okay, so this how the process it takes place. You can see here how the newborn baby, it takes all the nutrients from the placenta to the to itself, and it grows slowly in the embryo of the mother. Okay, so now next another topic of female reproductive organ, that is menstrual cycle. So female reproductive system undergoes some changes at puberty, and those changes undergo some changes of puberty, and those changes repeat at the interval of every 28 to 30 days. So these repetitive changes are called as menstrual cycle. Now menstrual cycle, it is controlled by 4 hormones, that is follicle stimulating hormone, luteinizing hormone, estrogen and progesterone. Okay, so this type, and this ovum, it is released every month for 28 days. Gets means if the sperm unites with the egg, the So bleeding continues approximately for 5 days. So if the embryo is implanted, repetition of this cycle is temporarily stopped till the parturition and thereafter period of breastfeeding. Okay, so menstrual cycle is a natural process and women experience severe pains during the period. So this menstrual cycle, this is so this is the natural process, uh, how a baby is born. So, but in some couples, they cannot have children due to various reasons. Either woman has some difficulty and or man has some difficulty. So, what difficulties does woman have? In case of woman, irregularity in menstrual cycle, difficulties in oocyte production, obstacles in the oviduct, difficulties in implantation in uterus, and many other reasons are responsible for this. So that is, if the menstrual cycle is not regular per month or oocyte production has difficulties, the sperm does not get fertilized and zygote is not formed. So in case of men, there are fertility problems, that is absence of sperms in the semen or poor sperm count, slow movement of sperms or poor sperm motility. Anomalies in the sperms are the reasons in case of males, or abnormally shaped sperms are the reasons responsible for this. But now with the help of advanced medical techniques like IVF, surrogacy, sperm bank, the childless couples can have a child. So here you can see the egg from the female is taken, and the sperm, they are taken and they are fertilized in a test tube. So it is also called as test tube baby. And that test tube, in that test tube, the zygote develops, and after that it is implanted in the uh, female uh, female
Hello, Shilpa ma'am.
So when the united means if the male and female, if their gametes are united and they are prepared in a test tube, if the mother is not able to give birth to a baby, so and mother she is adopted for that, and that mother is called as surrogate mother. So she gives the birth to the baby, but the baby has the sperms of father and egg of the mother. So the surrogate mother, she and she gives the birth to the child. Okay, so a new concept like sperm bank, that is uh, developed in cities, and the sperms of good uh, good qualities, they are collected in that bank, and the donor's name that is kept, uh, means they are not uh, their names are not publicly issued by the bank. So it is a donor bank, and that bank is called as sperm bank. Okay, so the good quality sperms, they are collected, and whenever any couple it needs the good quality sperms, they are uh, collected and they are given to their parents. So in a sperm bank, the semen ejaculated by the desired male is collected after their thorough physical and medical checkup and is stored properly. As per the wish of needful couples, oocyte of woman of the considered couple is fertilized by IVF technique using the semen from the sperm bank. So resultant embryo is implanted in the same woman. So name of the semen donor, it is strictly kept secret as per the law. So after discussing this, we shall move to the next topic, that is twins. So now you may have seen twins which look similar. They look as if Xerox copy of each other. So how does this happen? In your school, in your neighborhood, you may have seen twins. So in such cases, what happens? Two embryos develop simultaneously in same uterus, and thus two offsprings are delivered simultaneously. Now such offsprings, they are called as twins. So you may have seen twins, they look alike, they look similar to each other. So there are two types of twins, that is monozygotic twins and dizygotic twins. So monozygotic twins means genetically they are similar to each other and exactly similar in their appearances, and their gender is also same. You may have seen two twin sisters, two twin brothers. So they are monozygotic twins. So they are exactly similar in appearance. So their gender is also same. Now, in monozygotic twins, in case of monozygotic twins, if the embryonic cells, they are divided into two groups in 8 days after the zygote formation, then there is high possibility of formation of conjoined twins. So these conjoined twins, their body, it is joined to any part. The head is joined, or the means heart or abdominal side, it is joined. So they are joined to each other. They can't live a individual life. So they are joined with each other. So they are also called as Siamese twins. So when two sperms, they unite with two separate eggs released from the ovum, that time two zygotes are formed, embryos are formed from two zygotes and in the uterus. So while joining, two separate sperms are there and two separate eggs are there. So when they come in the uterus, dizygotic twins are formed, and they are genetically different from each other and may be same or different by gender. So they may be different from each other, means both genetic properties, they may be different. So, and their gender, maybe two girls or one girl, one boy, this may happen, or two boys. Okay, so this type of twins, they are called as dizygotic twins. So you know that some parents, some couples, they have means more than two children also. So 3, 4, 5. So how this happens? So here you can see this multiple pregnancy. It is called as multiple pregnancy. At a time, the mother gives birth to more than 2 to 6 children at a time. So that time, that pregnancy is called as multiple pregnancy. So how this happens? So this is because of division of a monozygotic embryo in 2 or more, or it may be 2 or more ovum fertilized at the same time, and polyzygotes are formed and results in more than 2 fetus. So in this type, you may see more than 2 children at a time. So now, after discussing this monozygotic and dizygotic twins, now let's move on to our next topic, that is reproductive health. So in what is reproductive health? A person's state of being sound through physical, mental, and social aspects. It is called as a good health. So, if the person has good state of mental and social aspects, that physical, mental, and social aspects, that person is called having a good health. So, you may have seen that occurrence of menstrual cycle is related with reproductive and overall health of women. And it is means women don't talk about this menstrual cycle because there is very much so today women are also working in industries, and in every field they are working with men. So only women, they don't have any problem, but men also, they can have some health problems and sexual problems also. So if the man, it has some problems, sexual problems, that it is essential to maintain cleanliness of their genitals. So if they don't uh, clean their genitals, they may have sexual problems, and their health may be not very good. Men, they can have two types of uh, sexual diseases, that is syphilia and gonorrhea. So a bacteria, it causes this sexual problem or sexual diseases in men. So symptoms of syphilia, that are cancer, rashes, fever, inflammation of joints, and alopecia. So if a man, it has a sex problem, it may show this type of symptoms. Now the disease named gonorrhea, the symptoms of gonorrhea are painful and burning sensation during urination, oozing of pus through penis and vagina, and inflammation of urinary tract, anus, throat, and eyes. So these are some problems which are related to male sexual diseases. So look at the picture. What do you observe? The chart shows excessive growth of population within short duration. This is called as population explosion. See, in 1901, how much population was there? 23 crores, 83 lakhs, 96,327. After that, after 10 years, how much the population? It increased by 2 crores. That is 25 crores, 20 lakh, 93,390. After 10 years, that population again increased in lakhs. The 25 lakhs, 20, it may be some mistake there. So in 1931, the population was 27 lakh 89 lakh 77,238, and in 1991 it means it increased 84 crores 64 lakhs 21,039, and in 2011 it increased up to 121 1,021 crores 8 lakhs 54,977. Now this population explosion, it is increasing very fastly, and now currently our population, it is 135 millions of people present in India. In only India, this much population is there. So this population, it is called as population explosion. So you may have realized from this table that given which is given besides this, how the growth of India's population, it is increasing day by day. So population explosion should be controlled by taking some precautions in family. So if we plan a family to control the population, you can use the family planning measures to control the population. Due to population explosion, what happens? Unemployment increases. There is a decreasing per capita income of the country. Then there is increase in loan. People take more loans because of more population, and stress on natural resources. So if the number of people it increases, so the natural resources, they are also used in that proportion. So if there are limited, if the population is limited, so natural resources, they are also used in limited proportion. So we can plan our means we can take some measures for family planning, and we can control the population of our country. So there are so many measures to control the birth. So these are the controlling measures. You can use condom, pills. You can means you can have a medical treatment for that. So there are so many treatments or so many measures by which we can control the birth, or we can control our population explosion. So there are so many barrier methods, chemical methods, and surgical methods, and these measures can help to control the population explosion and control the birth rate in India. So in this topic, in today's topic, we have seen the female reproductive system, how there are oocytes, they are formed, what is menstrual cycle, and how the menstrual cycle, it is of 28 days, how the ovum is formed, and after fertilization, how there is a birth of a newborn baby, and how the meiotic division it takes place, how haploid zygotes, haploid number of chromosomes, they unite and form a zygote, and uh, how males are responsible for the birth of a boy or a girl child. So after that, we have also seen about menopause, uh, how menopause is there in females after the age of 45 to 50 years, and how uh, women have several difficulties during menopause. Then we have seen about the menstrual cycle, how the menstrual cycle, it happens every month. Egg is formed every month, and then how the bleeding is there, and how severe pain women have in the bleeding period. So then now we have seen about the good health, how we can means take care of our good health. And there we have also seen the couples which don't have child, how modern techniques are used, like IVF, surrogacy, and many such methods by which the couples, those who don't have children, they can also have childrens. And how the test tube baby they are formed. Then we have also seen how sperm bank is there, what is a surrogate mother. Then we have also seen about male reproductive system, how males have some sexual diseases, how what happens in that. Okay, so all these points that we have discussed today. Then also we have discussed about population explosion, and how the population it is uh, there in our country, and how to control the heavy population in our country. So in this way, today we have completed the revision of this lesson, life processes in uh, living organisms, part 2. I hope that all of you may have understood the concept, and you may have revised this topic once again. So if anyone has some doubts, you may ask. Otherwise, hello, ma'am. Hello, ma'am. Hello, ma'am.